log in. Oh, shit. I mean, oh, golly. No, we're good. We're good. All right, folks. First off, I would like to say a big thank you to Kip Moen, who did an exceptional job streaming. I heard there's a large contingent that said we want him as our main broadcaster, and I get it, but he's officially retired, but he came out of retirement as we have the handshakes here. Taking on Tonka last time we met this team. We beat them in the tournament last weekend. The Warriors! So, Flyers 3 games this weekend and a nice game against the Tommies where they actually tried, speaking of the last tournament. They beat them 3-1, so hopefully, I don't think we're going to see Lucas Rumman out there. News is he dislocated his knee on a one-timer, so let's hope he's okay. I didn't look over to see if he's on the bench. I do see someone over there. Can't quite see that far. See who's between the pipes here. And it is Philip Paul.
Anybody here? I was going to look on the thing. Anybody hear what happened to Lucas?
No, that's what I was just asking about, but not sure. You got Max between the pipes. Didn't have time to go through the lineups. And Milo Youngin, loses an edge on this fresh ice here. He promptly skids into the sideboards as Minnetonka fans on our bridge for me. I mean, there's Cato. Sorry, gotta adjust. What's up, Tony? Brother-in-law here. Oh, there's a trip. And they did not call that at all. The linesman called it. That was a blatant trip. I don't know. They didn't call that one. You see that? Reached right out and got a skate. Did you see that trip? Is that blatant?
I don't know. I was watching that.
I don't know. They didn't call it, so.
30 seconds in, already.
Oh, no broadcast. St. Louis Park here. Flyers. Okay, now this guy's too loud. It's going to piss me off. All right. Cato dumps it in as their goalie slows it down, wraps it around the near side boards. Waiting there is Milo. He dumps it down deep. And we got Lensmeyer and Chase. Lensmeyer, nice job pitching, holding that one. And throwing that back down to Milo. Milo gathers that puck, trying to beat off a couple of Minnetonka players. Feeds that to Lensmeyer. Spells couldn't quite get the handle. No shot on goal as they take Minnetonka. The Warriors take center ice. As there's a shot. Max right in front of that rebound, but that was deflected wide. So nice job by Max as we try and exit the zone here. And on the tape of Spelch, he puts one on goal. Goalie sticks that one to his defenseman. He breaks it out. There's a no-look pass up the near boards, up to the winger as they center pass. There's an opportunity, but runs out of room. Shoots one through the crease. No one able to gobble that one up. There's a nice hit by Speltz at the blue, freeing that out of our zone as that enters the Tonka zone as they go deep and retrieve with some pressure. Speltz near side, putting pressure on. Grabs the puck, feeds Snook at the D. Snook, little flopper tip by Lensmeyer, but seen by the goalie. Nice save as that bouncing puck is slowed down as they dump it into our zone, but that was too much. That was shot beyond the red, and that will result in an offensive draw here for the Flyers. Just a couple minutes into this frigid classic. Today is Hockey Day of Minnesota, and that is all played outdoors. Thank goodness we are indoor. I don't know who the lineup is for Hockey Day Minnesota, but it always seems to fall based on, just timing. Very cold weekend as Saturday does a nifty job keeping that in, but then eventually the Warriors grab this as they are flopping around like a couple weebles. It's an old reference as Tonka, Paulson deflects the puck off his stick before he's able to get a shot from the slot. as the Flyers take it out. Satterdahl passes that behind himself, and he'll go into the corner with Tonka putting pressure on. Tonka, more pressure by Paulson as he puts a little check and body movement. Nice pinch by Moen as the Flyers in their bright orange. I like this color. Moen from Emmett, and then big pad save goes into the corner. Emmett chasing that, flaps high in the air. That'll have to be settled down nicely, and it was by Teddy as Emmett battling a couple Warriors. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 technically people on one part of the ice, and we got 4 everywhere else. As that puck hits center ice off the stick of Pewitt, but it continues into their zone as they try and break it out through center ice. Weird pair him off the sideboard, but Tonka eventually gets it. And it is now being met by Caden Thorpe, I think it's down there. Uh-oh, here's a chance for Tonka, but nice job by the D to break up that scoring potential. As Tonka's still trying to center it. Nice job by Snook batting that out of center ice as it meets the point, and they send it deep again, trying to center it, but once again, we got some orange jerseys right there to make sure that that pass didn't get on the tape of the Warriors stick, but our entrance was blocked by Tonka, and now it's a little battle here near side board. Close action for you fans at home as that bouncing puck collected by Thorpe hits his defensive mate Snook as he skates up the far side, trying to dump it in. We got some outsides, but regain it. Shufflebein chips it in front, but that lazy pass is not intercepted by Pewitt. Thorpe's just going to wrap that in around the boards, get some fresh Flyers as we got a couple forward checkers with Pench and Shufflebein. And just beyond the reach of a Warrior as now Duncan, I saw the 5. He sends it just wide. The goalie loves it, but goes behind the net as the Warriors attempt to break it out as we attempt to keep it in. As Anders English sends that deep lean in chase. Far side, Shufflebein down there as well as they collect it. And that is once again picked up by, I would say, the number 1 turnover guy on our team, Colin Lane, puts a shot on goal, pulled up by the goalie. That'll give an offensive draw for the Flyers here. 5 minutes in change into this first period. Shows 5-2. Shots are going in favor of the Flyers. A little quick one-timer off the draw by Anders English, deflected by the goalie as the Warriors trying to exit the zone. With the Flyers continuing to put pressure to keep it in the zone. Moline trying to keep that, but this will be a quick breakout, hopefully. Not quite. Yeah, Teddy gets it on his tape. He's just going to skate in. And he'll absorb a hit. And Moline with a shot deflected by the goalie is Milo. Those two like to play with each other. Goes deep. There's a hit near side. A couple hits near side by Cadell and Moline that force that puck into their zone as they break it out far side. And there's a clean breakout pass as the Warriors gain the neutral zone. They're probably a little upset. They lost 4 in that last tournament, so they are high in the rankings, this Tonka team, but from what I've seen last couple games, we can definitely skate with them. It's a nice centering pass to Milo with the blue, just deflected away from him. As it enters, goes near side, picked off. Ooh, big hit by Milo Duncan. No arms in the air. Good sign that this refereeing crew is going to let him play. As near side corner, Anders pinches his guy into the boards, trying to force it out and feed Milo. Take it out of our zone as Milo dumps a guy, and that frees up. That's... Oh, he looks at him. I think that ref's one of the guys I don't like. He's the little guy. He's probably a Milo hater. Looked like a clean hit to me, but I think that's the guy that I'm not a big fan of, and I don't think any Flyer Nation is. I could be wrong. You can probably hear the Minnetonka broadcaster. He's in this section. We're not going to give him any grief. Uh-oh, we got a whistle for something. I say, what was that for? Just didn't like, so we will be, oh, look at the bench. too many men. They still have 6 on the ice. Look at our bench. Look at our bench.
Come on, penalty! Woo!
I mean, they have 6. Our bench is going
Come on,
nuts.
inside!
I mean, geez. No favoritism here! As the Flyers try and break it out of the zone. Clearly had 6 after the whistle drop, but yet no penalty. As that shot gets through, and that was blocked by Max. We are seeing the early bias here by refs. And there's a chance by Pewitt as he does a nice job. He's one on... No, and he's blocked. That's me. Are you kidding? Okay, I stood, so did our coach. That was a blatant penalty, potentially penalty shot. And even the Tonka broadcaster sounds like he agrees. All right, we do agree on some things, right? So, dangerous play. Yeah, well, that's me every day, so we're good. Now this broadcaster's like me. I like guys like that. They say it how it is. You know, whatever. See, yeah. Clearly, coach wants an explanation from Napoleon over there, and whatever he saw, we didn't. As now we collect the puck down a man here. Great scoring opportunity. Pewitt obviously hooked, mugged, whatever, robbed. And going for that one-on-one and no call, so we'll continue to play the PKs. There's a clear shot and ensuing clear off that rebound off of Max's pads. That'll gobble up a little time here with 1:05 left in this 5-on-4 advantage for the Warriors as they cross center ice here with speed and dump. Snook putting pressure on. Still on the tape of the Warriors as they feed the blue. And they shoot high. That thing bounces off the high glass. Thorpe or Moan, I couldn't see that number quite. Wraps that around the boards. Good pressure. I think that was a poke check by Speltz. Gives that the goalie aggressively coming out of the net to keep that puck. To continue this pressure by the Warriors. Another nice poke check by Speltz. And Warriors have to regroup here. And they're going to hit the neutral zone. Again with speed is Satterdahl putting some pressure. Nice stick lift there, but he's outnumbered, and Tonka eventually catches up to that puck. Now Satterdahl again pestering and able to gain control and trying to chip it out of the zone. Did exit the zone. Tonka's got to check up here with 11 seconds. We have a nice zone clearing pass that'll leave us with 4, 3, 2, 1. Now a full strength Flyer team. As Emmett with another good poke check. His mom appreciates that, as do all Flyer fans. He's a master with that poke check and poked it out of Tonka's reach as they get an offside call here. Just 6 to play in this frame. No score on the board. 1 penalty on the Flyers. 1 very badly missed no call penalty on Tonka so far here. As neutral zone grabbed here by the Warriors as they try and get by a very high pressure Satterdahl and Paulson. Both Paulson gaining the zone with speed as a forechecker. Frees that puck up for Satterdahl. Trying to figure out if he's going to hit the point. He does. Quick shot off the stick of Emmett, trying to tip it. As that puck bounces back in our zone as we set up again. Near side pass off the boards into the zone. Not sure anyone touched that. It'll be an ice. And bring that back in our zone. We must have. Andy Paulson's got to be in the building because I hear music. All right, here we go. As Teddy passes out here, and Paulson just chips that one in near side into this corner. And Paulson for the battle. Emmett down there. Emmett once again, nice poke check. Frees up the puck. There's an opportunity in front. Couple shots, but covered up and gobbled up by that Minnetonka goaltender. Nice shot. Emmett, with his famous poke check, freed that puck up, and that ended up with a scoring opportunity. Got a shot on that, and they got the stick of Paulson. But Tonka Warrior goalie able to gobble that one up. Cadillo taking that draw, does nicely. Moline circles, decides to send it deep to his teammate Milo, but that was picked out by the Warriors behind the net. Moline in chase, of course, he gets another turnover trying to feed Alex Cadillo. As Warriors eventually gain hold of that puck as they escape from neutral ice. And they ended up getting a couple hits. There's Milo with another hit. Where's the short guy? Oh, no penalty from him. As big number 18 for Tonka sends that right out the door. We got a breaking Milo running out of room. Goalie comes out. There's a penalty somewhere, I'm guessing. I don't think Milo could be outside by himself, but I think I saw the goalie in there with a trip call, but I see the Tonka bench open up, penalty box rather, number 18, big number 18 going off. 2 minutes, it looks like a high stick. Okay. Never saw that, but did you see it? Yeah, I didn't see that one, but we'll take it. Power play the other way now. Flyers with a one-man advantage. See what we do with it as that puck is settled down. There's English, sends that back. Bouncing puck trying to be gathered. Nice job by Anders, and he has to regain the zone here after losing it initially. Number 10, ooh, with a nice little hockey move. But 5-on-4 effort, they feed the slop, and he goes high off the glass as Kellen Moline trying to calm things down here. One of our captains, as we try and get a breakout, long pass, and that is dumped and chipped. Milo to gather that, feeds Anders. Anders sends that down back to Milo beyond his stick. That's going to wrap away all the way to the boards where Alex Cadel and Speltz are trying to get that from the winger who's trying to tie that up. And Warriors eventually get it. Nicely gloved. Must be a baseball player. Anders. As he skates out into the oh, big hit by Milo. No call on that as Warriors, almost a hook, but not quite. Yeah, that could have been a penalty, but I guess we'll take it. That's maybe payback for the one they didn't call. Oh, Mullen, near side, 38 to go on this power play. No shots on net, the net call here. As, we got to get just one thing we got to work in that power play. Just gain the zone and keep control and set up to get the umbrella going. And I'm quite sure what that was. What was that an icing that they discovered that you're a man short? I have no idea. Not sure what they.
On top of that, he touched it.
Yeah,
0 for 2 on that one.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we're not sure what that call was. It was not the right call. But Flyers here just struggling. And they are not going to take advantage of this two-man advantage. Or one-man advantage with 2.5 to play. That's where I got the two-man. Hinch coming down. He's got a shot, puts it right on the tape of the goalie's stick as he decides to cover that one up. And now it's a drop. Yeah, tough spot to watch.
Oh, man, that's okay.
Where else I can put this thing? Okay. Alright. Looks like shots in favor of us 9-4, but nothing in the back of the net for either side. And that's first an opening here. With the draw. They have numbers at center, and that goes high into the back of the netting. That'll end up with a defensive draw for the Flyers in their own end. As there's a chance, Max, 2 quick saves here off his stick and body as he gets that large frame in front of a couple quick Warrior shots as that exit attempt is successful by Pewitt, but then they regain control and they feed it right off the blue as Speltz goes down deep to try and see if he can beat them to the boards. Innocuous drop to the ice by Warrior, no call there, thankfully. As they feed again high, one-timer right off the dome or shoulder of Max, who elevated quickly to make sure he got his frame in front of that one. Nice goal by Max Rasmussen, who is keeping us in this game thus far. Tonka gathers far side, nice block off the skate of Speltz, as now Lensmeyer is trying to hold that, and that chips all the way down, and that will be an ice, and that'll bring it with 1:12 to play in this opening frame. 0-0 game so far, so I think we're playing with some energy, but I don't think the passing, the breakouts, turnovers aren't what we're looking for yet. They aren't shooting, but we need some good scoring opportunities. And there they go. He's bobbing and weaving the Warriors, trying to go coast to coast, eventually hit, and now a turnover. Nice job by Emmett, forcing that puck and giving us a chance with under 1 minute as Satterdahl defending off 2, now 3 Warriors. Eventually loses that uneven battle as Warriors get poke checked again. We are doing a good job with the poke checks, I will say that. Good pressure. Now there's a high shot, seen all the way by Max. He could save that in his sleep. And you can see him towering above that goal. Max definitely uses his size to his advantage, which is you see very commonly in the NHL these days. As that puck deflected into the corner, Satterdahl trying to retrieve that near side that gets cut up in the umpire's skates as that pass beyond Paulson. Just 20 seconds to play. Let's see if anyone's going to do anything with it. Moen circling his net, gets it to Miller. Miller trying to chip this out. Just with 10 to play, we just want to make sure they don't get another shot on goal. They're just going to, that was just bouncing on this side and that side of the blue, and eventually came out with Tonka offside. So we're going to draw with 5.3 on the ticker outside the dot, the zone, and for some reason with 5 seconds to play, they decide to change personnel. Don't understand that call one bit. And that is going to basically do it. 0-0 after 1. Flyers in Tonka. Last time we met them, we beat them in the tourney by 1 or 2. I forget. But yeah, decent crowd here. We're in the East Rink. Whenever we're in the East Rink, which is much smaller of the two, Vanille, Varsity, JV playing the West Rink, the bigger rink, it always makes me wonder who is on that West Rink that is as a higher level than us. Occasionally I saw this in Stillwater. I've seen it here. They've had just open ice. We're just, you pay $3 or I don't know. I've done that for about 20 years. Where you just go out and do free skate. I've seen that take the big rink before, which I think to me is just ridiculous, but I guess it's more cushy. But whatever. So we have a big game tomorrow, of course, right during the Seahawks and Rams game, NFC Championship game. Much to my chagrin as a Seahawks fan. So I am reluctantly going to go to that game. We have had very bad schedules that conflict with the NFL, but I'm sure not many people care. I will be streaming that on my phone. So probably be a little distracted tomorrow. As we enter the second period with referee waiting to drop the puck, and quick draw win by Cadell sends that deep. Got a little bit different lines than I've seen before. We don't have the EP line. Cadell bounces his guy off the boards. Kellen Moline putting pressure as he shows his speed. catches up. Still one of my favorite plays last week, and it's Lane just showing his speed, catching up. There's a little tangle down in front of the net. Is good D blocking that center pass by Anders, and there's more good D by Thorpe. Seeing that pass and blocking it as he once again chips it up. Now Moline gets that out, but they eventually regain control and try and take the zone as he goes deep. Centering pass once again picked up. Point to point here. Tonka takes a shot. Ooh, that was a good swing. And that got through, but Max saw that all the way as Moline now has it. Moline's got Milo with it. Decides to shoot that on net and see if there was a rebound for his buddy Milo, but he gobbles it up and we take a draw in the Tonka zone here. Shots now say 10-9 in favor of the Flyers. Shovelbein with a draw. He wins it. Still in his skates, and that circles, and that's going to get all the way near Snook. As we have some retreating Flyers, which opens up the ice. Shovelbein got his stick on that. Now Hench has that. He sends that just beyond the net. Is Pewitt out there. And we got a lot of Flyers, 4 Flyers right in one zone. And we got to spread out a little bit, boys. As now Pewitt picks it off. Oh, sent it center, but no one in front of the net. We got to have a guy positioned in front of the net all the time. As Snook goes down, but regains control. Bowen early to that puck. Hench. Now Shovelbein pokes it out as they get back into their own zone to try and break this back in, and eventually is controlled by Snook as he sends that. Just a little battle here in the neutral zone between the Blues, and now Hench sends that deep into the far corner off the stick of Pewitt as he wraps around. Multiple Warriors behind the bench, but they come out and break out, but not with numbers. It's Snook battling one guy, and he's doing a nice job as he wraps and circles and finally hits Hench near side. Hench, loose puck, now picked up, looks like Moen as he chips that high off the glass, but not high enough to get out of the zone, but now it does. Just a little lower here as that chipping puck is gloved and then missed. And Warriors have it. Max takes his big stick and swats that to the near corner. And here's a puck. There's a chance for, Tonka. Woo! Max alertly getting his pad down. That was kind of a, who's going to get their first battle. And Tonka did put a good some lumber on it. But here's a chance for Tonka. Rifles that high, almost hits the ref in the head. That clears the zone after a wraparound. And they got to wait and check onside. They do as Tonka dumps it in with 11:50 right in the second. No score. Pass back, D to D here to get some fresh balls out. There's a chance. And centering pass. We're on a change. Gets up on the tape of a Warrior. And he sinks it. And there's a little incidental contact, I call that, between Emmett and their guy. And they were looking for a call, but thankfully we don't want to see them going through the line. So Tonka ends this scoreless game by putting one in the back of the net. Nice play by Tonka. Centering pass, Max had no chance. He's guarding the near side, and the puck raced through. There's a guy uncovered, went off his stick, and just poked it in the back of the net. So Flyers, who last weekend, I think, opened up every game with a 1-0 lead, are going to have to fight back. Down 1-0 here, just early into the second frame here in St. Louis Park, because that bouncing puck is going to be gathered by Thorpe. Thorpe putting some pressure on. Warriors manning the blue line, trying to figure out. Can't hear me? Nothing I can do about that. Oh, nice block by Paulson. He's very good at giving up the body, and there's a shot that goes off of Max Rasmussen as they feed the point again. And here is Tonka with another long shot that goes harmlessly wide of the net off of Enberg. As we're trying to get out of the zone here, good crushed by the Warriors. There's a slapper, but that's deflected a couple times. Nice lift of the stick. Oh, that got through. Nice save by off the chest of Max Rasmussen. Paulson pinning his guys up. These guys are tired. Warriors put a lot of pressure. They got a lot of momentum from that one. Max comes out to pad that one down off his glove. Centering pass through the crease. Thankfully, no one from the Warriors. It almost seems like a power play the way they're acting here. And here's Honors, who's just going to skate that out rather than a desperation ice. And that was a solid decision. And, Tonka goalie comes out of the net, but nice job as we are now putting pressure on. As Satterdahl circling, trying to center it just off the tape of Emmett as he's pushed on, and that's going to go maybe the length of the ice. Still Tonka with a chance. Woo! Tried to drop it to himself and ran out of room. As there's a big check into the bench, and let's see if we get a call. I mean, there's no way his body bends that way if he didn't hit him high, so that should be a penalty. And there comes the door. Breaking the law. Okay, I can definitely confirm Andy Paulson is doing music because that is his signature penalty music for the opposing team. So let's see if this man advantage here for the Flyers after that penalty, checking in to their own bench, gives us any momentum as we set up what appears to be a little bit of the umbrella. We just got to get some good control, get some good slot shots. Moline with a shot. Who's a rifleman? Glove, or actually I think off the pad, blocker and glove. But that's a better scoring chance we had the entire other power play. So. All right, we got Speltz coasting in. Who wins the quick draw? Cadell, side to side to Honors at the blue. Honors trying to figure out where he's going to put this pass. Back to Cadell. Cadell, back to Honors. Anders. And there's a shot. Oh, there's a rebound. And he gobbles it up in his midsection. He just kind of dove and trying to figure out where that puck was. So the netminder from Tonka eventually gets that one. Good scoring opportunity. Three thus far in this only 32 seconds into this one-man advantage. Winning the draws has been key to get control, and Cadell once again wins the draw. Anders, trying to hit Speltz low at the doorstop, but I don't know if he didn't see it or he couldn't quite get there. Cadell with a shot. That rifles high off the glass. Callum Moline, of course, races up to that. Feeds Anders quickly over to Cadell. Another shot. Must have been blocked. Didn't see that. Cadell thought about a backhand. Instead, hits Anders. Tip opportunity by Milo, who's tipped quite a few in. Tips it, but ends up not getting that past the goaltender. Nice job by him. Flurry of shots here. I want to say 4 or 5 decent shots in this one-man advantage. The difference has been winning these face-offs and controlling the passing zone. So let's see if we can keep it up. Speltz once again wins the draw, so this has been pivotal to this power play being successful. Nice job. Fending off a defender was Alex Cadell, who's manning the point. Milo down deep, trying to see if he can feed his buddy Kellen. Goes back to Cadell. Anders now with it. This crew been doing well. That's why they didn't come off the ice. As there's a shot on net, and that was also blocked. As Speltz tries to rifle it to Milo. Milo hands that off to Anders. Anders circling, trying to figure out who he's going to hit. He goes back deep to Speltz. They're trying to hit Moline on the near side, but that was blocked nicely, and now taking down the length of the ice. All the way, making a shot almost on goal. Thankfully, we got some pressure on before that happened. So great, very good power play. Not going to say anything negative about that one. Time is running out, however, as Tonka with one tick, call that 0. Now they'll be full strength. They do end up killing that power play, but not without a fierce effort from the Flyers, putting probably about 5 good shots on net. So just about halfway through the second period, down 1-0 to Tonka, as Tonka backs it. Nice stick lift there by Snook, but collected. Oh, there's a puck that just slid through the crease. No buoy there to put that in, thankfully. Caden Thorpe battling near side. Feeds Satterdahl, but Satterdahl puts it out of the tape. But nice job by Thorpe to make sure that was not a good scoring opportunity. Here's a slamper. A lot of traffic got through. Woo! Rebound, but now here's a break for the Flyers. And Paulson, or twos. Two of the twos, 2 and 12. Paulson and Satterdahl trying to take that out. But that was a good scoring opportunity. Maybe a little luck involved, but Max did a good job getting a blocker on that. But thankfully no attackers from Tonka there to knock it home. As here's another shot through the crease. Potential for Tonka. Here's another shot. They're getting a lot of shots in the slot here. They got done a good job blocking some of them, but they're setting up nicely, almost in a power play formation, even though it's 5 apiece as they hit the near side winger. As that is broken up by Satterdahl, and sends it deep for Thorpe and Snook. As comes on the tape of Tonka again. The Warriors from the blue, goes blue to blue. They're going to put a shot on. Oh, a deep and a shot. Nice save. Max Satterdahl all the way. Another quick shot from the near side. Also blocked. And that finally is exit the zone. Our bench is on the far side, so tough for us to get a change. I'm sure a change we would desperately need as we battle near side here. Just trying to buy some time so they can catch their breath. So Tonka once again gains his own as they hit the brakes, and there's a tip that missed the net. We're just trying to get it out of our zone and get some fresh guys out there. They're very tired. All right, Emmett Miller is going to give our guys a chance. He'll give it to Satterdahl. I guarantee some boys will go to the bench. Emmett with a shot deflected. Still on net, gloved. And we'll get some very needed new orange Flyers out. So good job eventually persevering. Now Tonka with the shot lead at 18 and 15 with 5:44 to play. Got a new line look here. We got Speltz and Mickey and Pewitt. And Pewitt battling, poke checking, constantly putting a stick in, effectively so. Bringing it up, Speltz. Oh, there's a shot! Goal! What did I tell you? Pewitt continued to put pressure on with that poke check and ended up getting the puck back on his stick and burying that. So that was all Pewitt. I think Grady said at one point, I said, you just got Pewitted. Well, if I did, I don't know if I did, but I'm going to say it now. That team got Pewitted. Not just the goalie, but the whole team. So nice job putting us back at a tie at 1-1. So that was Pewitt on that one. He did get a pass, but we'll say 90% as now we're 1-1. Pewitt back with another chance. He sends that a little high off the back glass, and that's being collected. And now near side winger picks that up as he centers that. Warriors approaching in center, and there's a chance for Tonka. Ooh, skims through the crease. And that was Teddy who cleared that one. Yep. Oh, little words exchange between Teddy and that other guy. Oh, there's a high shot. High rebound. Oh, there's a penalty. Teddy drew it. This guy came, cross-checked. Teddy, who's just sitting there. Teddy's got some words. They had words earlier. I could observe that off camera. And, maybe a little history. Yep, there's, he'll be spending 2 minutes for that one. High cross-check. Ironically, in our offensive zone, so we'll take it. Another power play for the Flyers. Let's see if we can do what we did the last time, where he must have 4 or 5 shots and at least a couple good scoring chances. As the draw, now the draw won this time by the Warriors. You can see the difference. Instead of us commanding that zone like we did the last power play, they ended up sending it the length of the ice. And now Milo Duncan with the puck on his tape, and he regains it eventually after a couple attempts by Tonka to poke check that away. Alex Cadill now sends it near side for Cullen. Little back pass. As long as he's on side, Alex Cadell does. He sends it deep. Goalie far out of the net. If we could somehow get it to our point, but no, they clear it. So a little chance lost there. Let's see if we can take our time and have a good zone entry. And eventually, Kellen Moline races in, hits the brakes. Tonka gathers. That skips over his stick. That'll be another exit. So tale of two cities in terms of that last power play in this one. We just got to gain control and keep control like we did the last time. But now we come racing up the boards. Anders entering the zone. He's looking for a pass. Decides to just dump it deep. Have Alex Cadell battle a couple Warriors, and that puck just came from behind the net. And goalie saw it, gobbled it up. Decided he'd take a defensive draw over continued pressure. As we exchange a few flyers here. 3:20 to play in the second. Tied affair here. One of the few games we've had this year that didn't interfere with some kind of football game. NFL. As Snook comes in, he's got 2 this year. He's thought about it. Now sends that deep, and that's going to be wrapped all the way around. That's an 8-10. And tee that up for Thorpe as he circles the net. Stops there, trying to figure out if we can get a decent breakout. Pinch, near side, we got Satterdown out there. We got Emmett, and we're going to be outside. And that'll draw a whistle and take it out of the zone with 15 to play in this one-man advantage, which was resulting in a total of 0 shots, I believe, from our crew. Not every power play can be great, but I'd like to see a little better effort the boys when you have that extra man. And Snook decides to skate that in, and he absorbs a hit as they send it wide again. They racing to the puck as the Warriors, realizing they're going to get a man out of the box who just came out. Full strength here with 2:29. There's a pass, errant pass just beyond the zone, thankfully for us. Emmett with the poke check. Nice offensive forecheck by Emmett. And that is now tipped by Hench. Hench leaves it for Tonka. He's got a shot. Oh, quickly collapsing on that puck, which Max Rasmussen, as he covered up that 5 hole and any other hole that would have put that in the back of the net. So nice job. Max with a short side shot from Tonka. Gobbled up. Cadell waiting to take a defensive draw here for the Flyers. As Moline trying to get that loose puck, but that'll end up on Teddy's stick. Teddy carried it in. Teddy dropping it for Kellen, but that was picked up by the Warriors, who lose the handle. And they dump it in. I'm sorry, didn't see that guy dump it. Oh, here's a chance. What an amazing save. Nice pass in front of the net. Max nearly doing the splits there, keeping this a 1-1 affair as that's offside. We'll regroup, and that'll give Tonka some time to set up the breakout. Moline checks this guy, frees up the puck, but Flyer's not quite quick enough to grab that. Love seeing that hit the guy with a puck and you free it up to someone else as that shot goes wide. But now off the boards as Teddy's got it. Moline's got it. Not sure between those two who wanted that. As the goalie sends that high and Cadell sends it deep. We just got a little tie-up here as Tonka regains it. We just have 1 minute to play in this second period. Tied affair of 1 as Warriors realizing they need one more clean breakout to put another shot on. A nice poke check by Teddy Johnson. And that centering pass also blocked now by Henry Mullen. So good job preventing those outlet passes, especially if we had in front of the net. Eventually needs the blue, but Nash Satterdahl trying to bob and weave through a couple guys. Nice job getting it out of our zone. Let's see if we can keep it down there for the remainder of this. Interesting carom. Everyone's slapping at this bouncing stick, and that goes beyond the stick of Teddy Johnson, but he'll send that deep. Nope, picked up by Warriors who are trying to get what remains of this period another scoring chance as we send it high up the boards. Yeah, set it all now. He goes wide to Pewitt. Pewitt regains it. Pewitt, who's on the board once already. There's time. Oh, there's a chance for Nash Satterdahl. Interesting carom off of Pewitt's shot. Might have run out of time. He had a little bit of net to shoot at, but couldn't quite connect. But interesting, maybe just with a couple ticks left, less than a second, scoring opportunity. It's a good battle here by both sides as I'm going to hit mute, and we'll see at the beginning of the third as we enter the third period, 1-1 draw. All right, sorry I once again took my phone when I took a little break. So I had to create a new live stream called Tonka Third Period. We're going to finally seal the text my wife sent me. None of them bad. When you move to the right, we can't hear you as well. Well, nothing I can do about that. Well, the reason we're not on the good rink is because thank you, Tony, my brother-in-law. Tony just got me some water. So, yeah, thanks, had to reconnect. There's some, 5, 6-year-olds having a practice on the West Rink. That's why we don't have the West Rink. Because they felt that was more important to have. So I don't know who does the scheduling here, but just stupid why we don't have the big rink. And, it pisses me off. So tie game. This shows Tonka with a shot advantage at 22-17. As we're nearly he's got that new shovel I just bought. If you're in the market for a shovel, I have no affiliation with these shovels. Awesome shovel. And here we go. You saw these 6-year-olds out there? Just trying to talk to the streamer. Some of the best fans you'll ever see. We're going to put them on camera. Joey. There we go. David. Danielle's sister. And Joey. We moved here to be closer to Danielle and Andy. How about that? Very good people. Very faithful Flyer fans. Speaking of Flyers, they're slowly coming out of the locker room. And we take the ice. Not caring that the door isn't shut, but that was Speltz figuring, whatever. We're taking this ice. So 1 frame to play here, third period. Tie game after 1 here on a Saturday afternoon. It is slightly warmer than outside, where the pond hockey tournament is taking place. Whistle trying to collect both teams to center ice. Excuse me. see, I've said this many times. I've seen this team come out of the locker room after the resurface either absolutely flying and spirited or flat. Well, with a tie game against Tonka, who's excuse me, high up in the rankings, we want to make sure we're in no threat of being in the bottom three. No matter what, we want a higher seed when it comes to playoffs, which in essence is playoffs. Different nomenclature here, as in the playoffs of Junior Gold A, as we're about to see the puck drop. Andy Paulson is, in fact, doing the music, as I suspected. Saw him earlier. As now we start the third period with Tonka chasing it out of their zone. Bouncing puck, circles back, grabs that, but met by a few Flyers as that puck goes far side. Thorpe chips that up, and that might hit a glove of an outstretched Flyer, and that'll take it. That should be outside the dot, unless, well, they apparently assumed that hit before the blue, which I would contend it didn't. Depends where that puck exits or what happens to it as to where they put that puck, and that puck eventually is chipped high into the near side boards as a couple Warriors battle. Cato taking a whack at that one. And there's Minnetonka coming around. Couldn't quite get the handle on it, thankfully. As Moline with speed drops it to his buddy Milo. That was deflected off the defender. Sends that wraps all the way around the boards and out of the zone.
Nice work.
But Milo with a nice poke check. Kellen Moline with a nice poke check. Gets it back in the zone, but not before Milo could get out of the zone. So results in an offside. I was talking to John Moline, who brought up a very good point. The sticks these days are so light that contributes to a lot of poke checks that you didn't see back in the day. A, because it was too heavy, and B, because those heavy checks, you whack up with some people, you hit them in the wrong spot, it hurts. So definitely the technology has affected the game, and you'll see the amount of just not only poke checks, but just checks off the sticks or shinnies or whatever. Those sticks, people can wield them with one hand. There's a chance off the pipe. Oh, Max loses a stick, but regains it. There's a shot blocked by defender Honors as he chips that to Pewitt, the lone goal scorer today. As that great dump was eventually grabbed by Satterdahl and racing around the net. Tries a little stop, but that was blocked by the goaltender. Puck still loose, just outside of Bowen. And we go D to D here as we enter the zone, and Pewitt sends that, backhands it off the high glass, but retrieved by Tonka here through the neutral ice. And that, was close to outside, but way outside. Doesn't matter because we picked it outside at all. Now chasing that puck up a Pewitt deflection. And they circle the boards. Oh my God. Well, David, if you're watching, it's Danielle's dad. I just got this one from my wife. Calm down. No one cares about your shovel. Don't take your anger out on 6-year-olds. Okay, let me clarify. I was not taking it out on the 6-year-olds. I was taking out the person who schedules a junior gold A game versus putting 6-year-olds on the good ring. Centering pass. Oh, Emmett just couldn't quite get the handle. That's going to exit the zone. Good chance for the Flyers as we check on side. Lensmeyer going deep with Paulson. And that puck goes through the crease. Owen and Orange able to get a stick on that. There's another centering pass by Emmett. That goes all the way down, but that's almost inverse icing, which is not a thing. Paulson chips that, but not before Wayzata. He read that one, pokes it back in. Paulson now chasing down that puck again, making sure this time it does go to the offensive zone for the Flyers. But quick exit here by the Warriors. And here's a chance for the Flyers. 2-on-2, little drop to Emmett as he is outgained by a couple Warriors. And that high pass off the skate of the Warriors is collected at the blue. Quick shot goes wide into the near corner, and that is quickly chipped out just beyond Emmett as the Warriors make a dig at the blue, but they feel some power pressure by the Flyers to force that out. A lot of people in the neutral zone. That high shot goes way off the glass. Collected by the Warriors down low. As a battle ensues, Emmett putting some pressure on. Tonka now circling, getting the blue, setting up almost like a power play formation. There's a shot, goes wide, maybe deflected. Might have been another shot, but that was blocked by the D. That puck racing up, that one-timer shot, deflected and sent into the near corner. As we got Caden Thorpe, and now eventually, where did that go? Okay, that wasn't nice. Yeah, that went racing down so fast that I didn't even see it. I thought that was nice. The offensive draw here for Tonka. The Warriors, Flyers, and nice offensive face-off draw for us. Defensive draw win. Shovelbein battles, chips it up for Pewitt. Pewitt now trying to get that past the Bloom. He does. It absorbs a hit by number 2 as Pewitt shoulders him to tell him, I got your number. And that puck goes near side. See if we can get it out here. Pewitt skating it out. He's got a couple Flyers with him. Pewitt bobbing a guy. Sends it deep. That goes high off the glass. Pinches in by 1. Successful. But that's offside, so we got to get Hench back on side here as Shovelbein putting pressure. They send it up to our D layer, and Snook loses a handle, but eventually able to get it back. And now Pewitt's got it. He's got Shovelbein there. Sends it up. Oh, good deep pushing Shovelbein off because he would have had a chance. Centering pass by Shovelbein. Oh, Molina just goes wide. Good scoring opportunity out there. And there's another shot on goal just beyond that rebound, just beyond Moline. Good opportunity between Moline and Shovelbein there, and that'll be an ice. And good pressure by the Flyers here. 9:24 in this tight affair. Third period. Good action there. That's the type of action we need to continue to see. Is more scoring opportunities, pucks in front of the net, and there's Colin Moline with a far side shot off the goaltender that goes wide. Breakout ensues by the Warriors as they take it. Makes it a little hockey move, but nicely blocked by Anders as I think that's Speltz who lost his number. Oh, there's a chance. Near side shot. Nicely gloved off the shoulder of Max and then scooped up quickly. I think was. Here's another opportunity. Moving in front. Oh, there's a delayed penalty. Anders might have got enough for the stick. Tonka, maybe a little bit of a dive, but that'll definitely result in the Flyers going down a man. He was going for the puck, but not going to begrudge him that call. That's part of hockey, right? You're trying to make a play, and that puck's near the skate of another offensive player from the other team, and you catch a little too much of the skate, it goes down. That'll be a trip, but good effort. That one that I would say was a bad penalty on either taking it or there's a quick shot, glove, and saved by Max as he's going to hold on to that one. Nice job blocking that shot. Now 25-20 in favor of the Warriors here in shots. 1-1 on the scoreboard. Good music as always. Thank you, Andy Paulson. I always complain about going to rinks where there's no music. Oh, quick shot off the draw. Nicely gloved by Max Rasmussen again, who's having a good game. Blue line control here by the Warriors. As they go far side, drops to a knee with a one-timer. That goes wide. Trying to feed the blue. Excuse me. Good pressure by Cadell. That centering pass. Gobbled up by Max, and he puts his large frame in that, and eventually comes up with the puck. So nice job by Max covering that up. So there he kept shooting it till the whistle. Max trying to take a little breather after a flurry of shots, and he's the one who came up on top of it. So nice job, Max Rasmussen, preventing that. 9:24 in power play. Flurry. As here's another chance in traffic off the shin of Moen, who blocked that shot nicely as they feed the point again. Another shot high off the shoulder of Max as he elevates. Another chance here. A lot of action here. Now it's another nice block shot there by Satterdahl. As now they feed the point again. Point to point. There's another high shot blocked in front by Moen this time and gloved out of the air. Off that deflection was Max Rasmussen. So good job by our D and O. Nash, Moen, a couple other guys just getting in front of those shots and passes. So good job, Flyers. But we got to get this thing out of our zone. It's been in our zone this entire 5-on-4 advantage with just a little over 50 seconds with this one-man advantage as Moline trying to tomahawk that out of the zone, but eventually fed back D to D as that goes far corner as we've got Teddy who puts a hit on, and let's see if this thing can go bouncing back, and it does. Milo Dungan now with pressure as we finally exit the zone here with 30 seconds left in this man advantage power play for the Warriors. We needed that, and that puck bounced off of the player in front of the net, but harmlessly drops, and Milo gets a stick on that one. There's a near side shot. That might have hit metal, I'm not sure. And that goes wide. We've had two pieces of iron shots as Tonka loses an edge. Let's see if Teddy can get this bouncing puck as he battles Minnetonka with it. Deflected, now we're full strength. And we got a breaking player with Speltz, but it goes all the way down, and that'll be an ice. Trying to get that guy out of the box is a good strategy because you got a guy a little higher beyond the play, breaking out of the box, and just wasn't on target for Speltz, but good idea. We'll take a defensive draw here. A little under half to play here, 6:42 in the third, tied game. Shots in favor of Tonka, 27-20. As the puck drawn, won by Tonka, they put a quick shot. That goes wide as we chip it high off the glass, and that might be another ice, and it will be. And that's ended up with another defensive drop for the Flyers. That face-off controlled, and let's see, Enders goes near side, chips that up the boards. Another chip, 2-1 by Hewitt, and now we got Cadell trying to feed. Oh, Satterdahl was there, but shot wide. Nice job, Moen pinches. Good opportunity with that 2-on-1. They did the right play, but just couldn't quite get it on net. Good back check there by Moen as that bouncing puck eludes the Tonka Warrior player and picked up by Pewitt as he rifles that behind the net to Anders as he decides to chip that high and maybe a little further than he wanted as they'll come back for an ice. All right, just a little under 6 this tie game. Last time we played them, we beat them in the tournament, so I'm sure they want vengeance and we want to win this, I think, first actual regions matchup here. District matchup, I should say. And there's a nice little Karen and Paulson chasing and poking and prodding and pushing, and he frees up. Good hustle by Paulson. And Emmett now down low with the puck. And he's trying to feed his D. He's up maneuvering a couple of Warriors as he still has it on his tape. And trying to dump it, still on his tape. Leaves one guy, just all Emmett Miller! And I think that's, oh boy! Okay, well, I don't know if it was the first time. That was all Emmett Miller. Boy, that was an amazing goal. All caused by Emmett. And I think Paulson eventually knocks that in. He was at the doorstep. Paulson fired up. He owes Miller, who had an incredible job fending off what looked like 3 Warriors. Feeds a great shot on goal. Might have gone in right off that carom, and Paulson was at the doorstep. That puts us with a 2-1 lead here as the Warriors come down quickly after that one trying to answer. And luckily we free that up as it goes back to Emmett, who had an incredible assist on that one. As he takes a hit and skates right through it. Lensmeyer down deep as pressure mounts from Warriors as they skate through the neutral zone, almost offside there. As Trent, no call. And there's a chance for Milo as he's picking up the puck. He's got two guys, so he wisely dumps and chases. See if he can collect that. Ooh, the goalie goes down deep. Some words exchanged between those guys here. As Moline feeds Speltz now. Speltz circling near side. His pass couldn't quite get through to the center. As the Warriors carry that off the penalty box door, and that is eventually chipped back in by Milo. Their goalie likes coming out of the net, and one of these days that's going to pay for it. Nice turnover and hold by Snook at the blue, as RT does a nice job guarding that blue to contain our pressure. As Warriors try and set it up, and that goes high into the rafters and out of the ring. Love to get a fresh puck here with 4 to play. Warriors trying to hold on to a 2-1 lead in this third period against the Minnetonka Warriors. Junior Goal Day action here on a Saturday afternoon on Hockey Day, Minnesota. This is not anywhere near the other, but there's a lot of hockey games being played, most of them outside. As Speltz goes down to try and gain control, someone lost something down the bleachers there as Warriors take the neutral zone with speed, but they encounter a bunch of Warriors as they get pinched, and puck eventually comes out, and here comes Milo, who drops to a knee to get that to his buddy Moline. Moline shows that deep. Speltz and Chase. Speltz eventually gets that, marks it, trying to retrieve it. Warriors passing that to themselves behind the net. As the goalie shrugs away Speltz, he tries to kick it. Anders now carries the pass to Red and dumps it in deep again. 3:19 to play. The more time we have in their zone, the less opportunities Tonka will have to tie this thing up. As a bouncing puck at neutral zone, eventually got Owen, and now Anders. He chips that off the glass, and that'll be almost out. Thank God it didn't hit that little girl. As a bouncing puck now gathered by, here's probably an opportunity, but couldn't quite collect it. Was Tonka. Nice block there. Saturday on the field, EP boys down there low. And is that Cadle too? We got the EP boys all out there. And that puck goes deep to it and chase. Yes, we do. We have the EP land out there. And a nice pickoff there. Trying to contain that zone is Pewitt. He's got one of the 2 goals today. As he continues to outmaneuver this Warrior team. And every minute we have in their zone is another. There's a slapper just going wide off the stick of Tatum. As nice job by Thorpe gaining the puck at the neutral zone and centered on sends that deep. We continue to put pressure on these Warriors with 2 to play. Our goal is to make sure they don't have the chance to go to the goalie. Centered on bobbing a couple guys. That's gobbled up by the netminder in the center of his chest. Good pressure the last couple minutes here. Flyers trying to desperately hang on to this 1-goal lead, and the best way to do that is keep it in their end. Emmett Miller back there for the draws. He ties up the Tonka Warrior, and that gives Paulson time to battle near side boards and regain control as that puck wraps around. Lensmeyer meets that puck and outmaneuvers his Warrior opponent. That goes half the glass. Bouncing puck, Bowen with a nice pinch gets his body to prevent that from clearing. As I'm going to keep an eye on that netminder. Minute 46 here as that netminder does go to the bench. So we have a 6-on-5 and an empty net opportunity if we can get control and send one deep. Maybe put it between the pipes. And there's a quick shot by Tonka. Blocked. And here's another shot from big number 18. It was a screenshot. I saw it all the way. Max didn't. There was about 5 people in front of that. 18 just sent it. I don't know if that was deflected or not, but hits the upper side of the corner. Max was completely blocked, and they end up with that pulling the goalie, taking advantage of that 6-on-5 and tying it up here with 1:26. So jubilation from the Tonka side as they tie it up, but nothing Max could do on that one. So Warriors, ooh, I heard someone say finish them. Wow, tough. Down deep is the Flyers. We got to get it out of our zone. We certainly don't want them to get two here. And there's a chance, and they're outside. They check onside. Just 1:05 to play in this tie game. Unfortunately, Tonka able to tie it here. Tipped in by Milo, and there's a chance as they gain the zone. They're onside. There's a chance for Tonka. They drop a knee. There's a chance. Another nice save, near side save. Oh boy, that was not exited. And Speltz turned it over, but we got multiple Flyers, including Snook. And now we have a chance for the Flyers with Lane with speed. Lane! Oh my goodness! Bears it. Who's there? Always Kellen Moline. Skates down the far side. He's going to celebrate with his buddies who are here to watch him. And right when Tonka thought they were able to tie and maybe regain control, Moline, leading goal scorer for this Flyer. We're going to watch this one as they skate through. Beautiful play. Just buries that one. The jubilation from that Tonka side definitely disappeared. And that shifted over to our side as Moline gives us a 3-2 lead here with 30 seconds left as we win the face-off. Their goalie skates for the bench again as Anders down deep. And Tonka trying to set up something with 20 ticks. We're trying to desperately get it out of the zone and prevent any attempt from them getting one on. Nice blocker save there by Max. Now 10 seconds as a battle ensues behind. They feed the point, they send it through. There's a far side shot. Just 2 seconds if we can just block another shot, and there's the buzzer! Another win off of Tonka. Excellent game-winning goal by Kellen Moline, who just skated up the far side of the ice and buried it. They're all celebrating, and they're giving Max a lot of hugs because he kept us in this game with a lot of amazing saves, and the Flyers come out with a nice victory against Tonka. So nice job taking this Tonka team, who's top 3, and only lost 2 games in the district, and they ended up winning this game 3-2, scoring in the last 30 seconds off the stick of Kellen Moline. Good job, Flyers. We'll see you tomorrow. Reluctantly, even though they're in the NFC playoff.